What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in a motherfucking building. This time, honey, I am back for season 4 of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is episode 14, honey. Let's get off into it. What the fuck happened with this episode? My DVR, it did not take this episode right off. So I had to wait later on into the night to see the whole fucking episode. It was just crazy. So anyways, it starts out with Ashley. Y'all know she goes to her father's door. And let's just back before we get to the father's door. Ashley, life is speaking to you and you need to listen, okay? You got warnings. You got all types of signs that you should not go looking for this man. This man blocked you on Facebook. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I understand wanting to have your father in your life. I understand it all too well because, you know, for most of my life, I wanted to have a relationship with my father. And we reached a point of no return. I think this was about maybe 9 years ago. Where I brought my daughter, you know, she was like a baby. I was going to, you know, bring her to his house, and I actually did, and he did not open the door. I had told him earlier I was going to come on over, you know, with the baby, and when I got over there, he would not open the door. He was there with his girlfriend. I believe he passed, I want to say, was that a couple of years ago? A year to a couple of years ago? Look, I didn't forgot. So my father has since passed away. And I got all types of dirty messages from one of my family members stating, you need to be at his funeral. You, his daughter, you're this, you're that. You should be here. Get your ass to the motherfucking church. Come see this man. And I will never have shit to do with the family member that said all of that. Because this family member is a fool and this family member does not stand for anything. This family member does not love themselves and they don't stand on principles. I am this type of person and you guys know this about me. I don't play, okay? I am a person that has self-love for myself, and I am a person that is interested, especially at the point that I am in my life. I'm interested in being fair to myself, and I am not rushing to the funeral of a man where the last time I tried to fucking reach out, I was physically at your home and you didn't even answer the fucking door. Okay? I was calling you and you couldn't be bothered. So no ma'am, no sir. Nobody's rushing to the funeral of a person that behaved in that way when they were alive. Okay, I can't honor you in death. I'm not fake. Okay, because to me, just because you died, ain't shit changed to me. You know, we all know we are here to live, and we all know that, you know, one day we will all be called home. We all will die. But I don't do that fake shit and, oh, my dad passed away. I felt bad that my dad passed. Don't get me wrong. I did. I didn't want to hear that he passed. But I don't need to rush to somebody where I tried to have a relationship with you and you were not available, not interested. You wanted to sit up with your girlfriend all day and be with her. Let her deal, you know, with the funeral arrangements. Let the rest of the family grieve, do what they need to do. I'm not interested. Once I've tried with you, I'm done. I don't care if you my father, my mother, my sister, my brother, my cousin. Once I have tried with you, it is a wrap. So, Ashley, take a page out of my book, honey. Leave his ass alone. Ashley gets to that door. This man slams the door in her face. You know, the mother and the aunt, they're like, hey, this is your daughter. He looks at her, and we didn't even really get to see him because they were saying something about the cameras were not allowed on the property. But he didn't want to be bothered, Ashley. He does not want you in his life for whatever reason. You don't need to personalize it. I've learned in time to not personalize the situation with my dad. I see him for who he is. And to me, he was always selfish. And this is something really interesting, you guys, really quickly before I get back to the review. My father, the one I'm talking about, yes, he was the same one that wanted to know when I was pregnant. Why you didn't tell me you was pregnant? I'm your father. I should know these things. Then when the damn baby gets here, you don't buy her a gift. You have no relationship with her. I'm like, why did you need to know so badly that I was pregnant so we could have a fake ass relationship, or you could feel power from, oh, my daughter is pregnant. You were never going to be a grandfather to my daughter. So I don't like that fake ass shit. So Ashley, you are better off. I believe Robyn told you later on. Do not personalize this. Do not take this the wrong way. You got the closure that you needed. She said, whether you like the closure or not, you got the closure that, you needed after all. Because you don't have to, be bothered with that, Ashley. He doesn't want you in his life. You are just better off without him. Real talk. And in the words of Maya Angelou, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And he showed you by blocking you, by, what was he, only cool with the mother on Facebook? He didn't want to be bothered with you. He didn't want to deal with your existence, So for whatever reason, and it's so weird because looking at it reminded me of Kenya Moore when she went to her mom's house and had the cameras there. I think her whole family was on a bus, and the mother didn't want to be bothered. I don't even think her mother really came to the door, and she kept bamming and knocking on the door. No, ma'am. Once a person doesn't come to the door, once they slam the door in your face, Ashley, you are to leave. You did not do that. You kept knocking on the door, asking questions, and you said, acknowledge my existence. No, sweetie, you acknowledge your own fucking existence. And I know, you guys, that sounds, cold and it sounds hard, but it's the truth. You don't need acknowledgement from your parents, especially if they are not interested in giving it to you freely and with love on their own without being told. Ashley's mother and her aunt, who is her dad's sister, and her aunt's husband, they all try to comfort her and tell her it's not her fault. You got plenty of people that love you. And Ashley, they are absolutely correct. Focus on the people that love you. And I know this all too well, you guys. I hate to keep bringing myself up, but it's one of the hardest lessons I've had to learn. But ever since I've learned that lesson, I have not had to look back. I do not apologize for how I am with people. I simply give them what they give me. You don't give me your presence. You don't give me love. You don't get anything from me. And when you love yourself, you will operate in that way. But don't chase anybody, mother, father, boyfriend, cousin. People want to be in your life, they will. If they do come to your house and they're always on the phone or they're always leaving out, take that as a sign they don't want to fucking be bothered, period. And cut their ass off. And you'll probably see them trying to reach back out and be fake, and fuck that. Keep it moving. So I think I saw Ashley. Yeah, I saw her on Watch What Happens Live. And I think that she really gets it now, because I believe Sherry Shepherd was saying, well, maybe if you take, your baby to see him, Sherry, shut the fuck up. And I'm one of those people, I'm like this. If you don't give a fuck about me, you ain't gonna give a fuck about my child. Okay? Period. That's the same shit with my own father. He cared so much when I was pregnant, but never got the baby a gift. sat up there, looked at my daughter, said she looked like my brother. He didn't even say my daughter was cute, you all. He didn't even lie, or, he didn't say, and my daughter was absolutely stunning when she was a baby, and period. She's an attractive little girl. But yeah, she looked like your brother. That was it. It was not, oh, she's so pretty. Oh, can I watch her for you? Oh, I want to be Grant. He didn't do any of that, but wanted to know that a bitch was pregnant and wanted to be all up in that process, to be nosy because I am your father. I have this title. Guess what? If there's no action behind that title, then you can keep the fucking title. Okay? Period. Fuck that fake ass shit. But yeah, Sherry was trying to tell Ashley on Watch What Happens Live, take the baby there. That's more begging. We don't do that. Ashley, you had a great comeback. You said, you know what? If he didn't care about me as a baby, he ain't gonna give a damn about my baby. You spoke nothing but facts, sis. I'm glad you are on board, Ashley, and you're beginning to see things. You also mentioned something on Watch What Happens Live where you said that you are shocked by Gizelle's behavior towards your situation with Michael and him filling on the cameraman and, him saying he was going to suck one of the husband's dicks. And, you said you were shocked by her behavior and you saw it play back. And you've always been told that Gizelle is a backstabber, but you didn't want to believe it. And now that you're in the situation with her, you see how she is. So that was another realization that Ashley had. Now, why it took you so long, Ashley, you a damn fool to me, because that's what Gizelle is. She's a backstabber. She don't give a fuck about nobody's business. She will gossip all about your shit, but let it be something about Sherman, her personal business. No, I'm not talking about that. No, I'm not going to discuss that. No, but it's okay for you to be all up in everybody else's fucking business. So, Ashley, I hope you see how she is and leave her the fuck alone. Monique, I didn't even realize last week, I didn't even mention it, you all in my review, I didn't even notice that she played a prank on Chris with the whole my water broke thing. I thought he ended up calling the ambulance and they took her to the hospital and it was a false alarm, but you did that dumbass shit, Monique. You got too much time on your hands. You shouldn't have been playing with him like that. Your husband looked hella scared. And for somebody, like a lot of people are saying, that had a miscarriage, you just shouldn't play like that. You could tell that the joke, it hit differently to Chris. Because he was like, damn, why did you even... He wasn't really even laughing about it. He was just like, why would you even do all of that, Anyways, really quickly, we have this scene where Monique and Chris, they got the kids up in CPR class. Monique and Chris, please stop bringing y'all badass, yes, I'm going to call them. They are so cute, honey. But them some badass kids, because they just don't... I don't know, you all. Number one, they shouldn't have been at the CPR class. I know that it was a CPR class at home, but they should have been in another room playing. I am not a big fan of just because you have kids, they are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do. They are allowed to make all this noise, to hit and run and be causing so much commotion and distractions. I'm not here for it. I'm not here. And I'm in a Facebook group, you guys, Real Housewives of Potomac on Facebook, and a lot of people are, well, those is just kids, kids go be kids. We all know kids will be kids, but it depends on how you discipline a child, how you check a child now, grooms them to be the adult that they will be later. So let's quit with, because you are a kid, you get to be all off the chain, running around, hitting, running, constantly jumping on your dad's back. That's what the little girl was doing to Chris. He was uncomfortable. Monique looked pregnant and uncomfortable. It's just too much. So put their ass in another room. They need to not be at doctor's appointments, and they don't need to. Y'all got enough money for a nanny. Just leave them be. Stop. I don't know. Stop allowing the chaos and then getting upset with the kids and yelling at them. You know that they shouldn't be in these certain situations with you all. They show Candace at a spa with her mother. Candace, I don't know what your problem is. Your mother is not your friend. Okay? She is very abusive. she strikes me as somebody is, it doesn't matter if she's giving you money or not or paying your bills. She's going to be controlling, bossy, and abusive and toxic anyway. So you need to kind of keep your distance from her. I feel at this point she's kind of maybe being used for a storyline, but I feel like, Candace, you need to cut your mother off. And we actually had a scene with you, your sister, and your sister is not here for your mother's foolishness. She was at that table. Dorothy was not admitting to anything of what she does. Well, I'm going to the therapy for Candace. She say I need to go, and and she got on that old school shit. Oh, well, kids just need to respect their parents, and that's the era I come from, and you just got to respect your parents, and I'm the mother. Shut the fuck up with all these titles. You all as parents, your titles don't mean shit if you don't respect and love your child. Okay? Quit with this title shit. You could get cut the fuck off with a title. Especially look with a bitch like me. I'll cut your ass off in a minute. I don't do the titles. If you are not acting like a mother, you won't be my mother. How about that? If you are not acting like a father, you will not be my father. You may have took place, you may have created me, you did that whole thing. Thank you, shout out to my parents for my good looks. Y'all did good on that, but y'all fucked up a lot of other shit. So I don't do the titles, and Dorothy just has no accountability. I feel like the whole therapy thing is a joke for her. Candace, you need to separate yourself. Your sister is very smart. She don't fuck with Dorothy like that. And actually, the sister is 10 years younger than Candace. So Candace ain't even, the baby. I thought her and the sister was a little closer in age, but no, the girl is the baby, and she sees how Dorothy is, and she could cut her mother off emotionally. Even Candace admitted that, like, I wish I could be like my sister, and you need to get like her real quick. Because that sister, it don't matter how old she is, I could see what her mind state is. She not here for the motherfucking foolishness of Dorothy. She not here for that shit. We got Robyn. Robyn is trying to get in the trucking business. She said she had to pay somebody to get a lot of stuff for her on a truck. And she said, well, I don't want to ever have to do that again. If I could, learn how to drive the truck, I can go get my own products and stuff. And, it'd be good for my business. I'm trying to expand my empire. Robyn, I'm very proud of you. I feel like you are truly using this platform in the right way. Then we have your sidekick, Gizelle. She brings her ass. And, they go for a ride in the truck with this white guy or whatever. Gizelle, I thought it was funny when she told the guy, oh, you done took my virginity, and she was talking about the truck and, them riding around and that whole thing. So that was funny. But Gizelle, you are a motherfucking fool, and you are very childish for you to be as old as you are. You're sitting up here go tell Robyn about this situation with Monique, and you don't like how Monique said what she said to Ashley, and you feel like you and Monique have been on this good page. You and Monique have never been cool. Y'all may have learned to get cordial probably over this last season, but the first 2 seasons that girl was on here, you were jealous of her. You were mad she had 4 homes because you was like, you don't have a home? She said, no, I got 4. So she got your ass, Mr. Postman. Got you, bitch. You didn't like that. You don't like the fact that she's married, still with her man. Her man is a bit questionable, but what I will say about Chris is he seems family oriented. He seems like he loves Monique and he's willing to provide for her, the family. And, at the end of the day, that's what most women want. Gizelle, that's what you want. You can't even keep a man. And I think a lot of it has to do with, your relationship that you have with yourself is unhealthy. You don't tell yourself the truth. You don't check yourself. I noticed Monique is a little bit more feminine in her relationship as far as, letting her husband, take care of her and, yeah, she got her website and shit like that, and she's a mom, but, she has her own things that, she wants to do, but she also understands that, hey, I need my husband. And even though I'm not married, you all, I understand that attitude, and I respect it, because life is easier when you have a partner, when you have a husband, somebody that loves and cares for you and your kids. Your attitude is going to be better. And Monique's attitude towards life is a lot better than Gizelle's. Gizelle is this mean girl that I'm going to get at you before you get at me. I could do all this toxic, abusive shit to you. You better not do it to me or we're going to have a problem. But yeah, you get to telling Robyn, well, I just can't believe she's still talking about me. And bitch, it's what you keep doing to her. You keep being negative towards her. Monique, you're not perfect either after you gave all them text messages to Ashley, trying to have her back, trying to prove yourself against Candace. That's where you fucked up with me. Other than that, I'm kind of starting to open a door for you. I still don't like you. You're not like my favorite, but I could tolerate you. Monique ain't too bad. But that Candace thing, Monique, sis, no. Now, what's weird is after they did the trucking thing, I told y'all she's telling Robyn this about Monique, but they're all going to get together because Robyn is going to have, the open house. And Robyn is telling Gizelle there, hey, don't really say too much. Let's try to just focus on my business. Don't come at her crazy. She kind of warned you. And you ended up doing whatever the fuck you wanted to do, Gizelle. You are not a good friend to Robyn. And you really showed that this episode that you are Queen Bee. And you go do whatever the fuck you want to do anyways. We got this scene with Karen and her sister. Her sister is pretty. They ride in Karen's old pretty car. I love Karen's style. I love how Karen lives. Her cars. Her house. Y'all know I love that house, honey. It's off the chain, honey. But yeah, Karen rolls in style. So her and her sister, they driving to where her parents are buried, and they have these balloons and they have their parents' Bible, and they are playing Raven's song of Amazing Grace, and they have finally accepted the fact that both of their parents are gone. They miss them tremendously. And I just thought it was a really good scene, and I'm happy that Karen is so close with her sister, because a lot of people don't have anybody, you guys, to be there for them after somebody like, their parents die. So I'm glad she has her sister. They have each other, and it was a nice moment. They released their balloons, and it was very beautiful. I really love that scene. Okay, so next we have Karen. She's sitting with a friend, and she's showing her friend her La Dame fragrance bottle and how it's going to look and how it's going to be. And I'm really proud of Karen. They showed Gizelle throwing shade, talking about, I think it was one on the past episodes where Gizelle was like, oh, you still in the discovery phase. Before you start any business, bitch, you're going to be in a discovery phase. Sometimes for over a year, you want the shit to come out right, and Karen is doing it right. Everything's going to work out for her. Her friend is really proud of her, and I'm proud of Karen too. So Ashley tells Michael what happened with her dad and how he closed the door on her, and, he's just like, wow, did you keep knocking on the door? Michael, shut the fuck up. You don't tell somebody to keep begging somebody to open a fucking door. They don't want to be bothered. He pretty much stated he didn't want to be bothered before Ashley even came to his door. So, it's just you need to believe what people say or do, when they do it. So I thought that was stupid of him to say, but, he's there for her when it comes to that. And he's happy that, she can finally get the closure she needs and, move on. Because at the end of the day, Ashley, you're better off without him. You don't need him in your life. You got people that love you. Keep it moving. Well. So we are at Robyn's. little I wanted to call it a housewarming celebration. Y'all know that fucked up house that looked like it was in the hood. I never thought she would get it together. I thought it would take her a couple of seasons to get that shit done. It looks nice. The kitchen, the upstairs. Robyn has her mother there. They're gonna have some potential buyers come over to the house and kind of look at the house, and she's gonna invite the girls there. Robyn, I don't really think you should have did that like that. I think maybe you should have had the potential buyers come first. That way you and these ratchet ass women don't be arguing and fussing in front of these fucking potential buyers. It just really look unprofessional. One of the potential buyers, after the women came and shit, ended up leaving. It was too much arguing for him and shit. Juan looked disappointed. You know, he had them badass boys. They was there as well. But, you know, everybody is there supporting Robyn. Her father was there. Monique came through. Ashley gave Robyn a congrats on the place. I am actually pretty proud of Robyn. Robyn, you are really doing it. You're taking your life into your own hands. You still a little bit too pressed for Juan and his approval, but you love that man, so I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay, so I already told you all I like what Robyn said to Ashley as far as her getting the closure, you know, that she needed with her dad. And, you know, like I said, I agree with Robyn. Robyn says she's very thankful to have the parents that she has because she couldn't imagine, you know, even being in Ashley's situation. And I agree, you know, with Robyn, you know, be grateful for what you have because somebody out there, you know, they have it worse when it comes to toxic parents. So that was a nice scene with them. So Gizelle brings her ass in. And as soon as she come in, she got this stank face on. She says congrats to Robyn and tells her that the house looks good. But Monique tries to hug her. And she's just like, oh, well, you hugging me. And, you know, you was saying that I still don't like you after all these years. And you still saying little shit about me. Gizelle, I didn't feel like Monique was being fake. I thought more or less Monique was being a grown woman. She was greeting you. You guys are in the same circle. So, you know, whether you guys are friends or not, she has to be cordial and greet you. And, you know, she could be a bitch and not hug you, not say shit, but that's not how she roll, you know. And she's pregnant, so she all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest fan of Monique, but I didn't feel like she was being fake. I feel like she sees and has seen for a while now how Gizelle and Robyn are. And actually it's mainly Gizelle. I don't think Robyn has that big of an issue of Monique. I don't feel like Robyn is jealous of Monique the way that Gizelle is. You know, Robyn has Juan and, you know, she got this new business with the houses. She got her own little place. It ain't as big as Monique's, but Robyn is somebody to me that she's comfortable with what she has. And if she wants more, she'll just work harder to get it. It's not, oh, I'm going to hate on you because you don't have what you know, you have something that I want and I'm going to have all this passive aggression with you. It's not like how Gizelle is with Monique. So immediately Gizelle lays into Monique and like I said, and then Monique is just like, damn, can you get in the house and congratulate Robyn? Why are you jumping down my throat? Why are you making it a big deal? You know, then Karen gets on Ashley like, why are you taking all this shit back to Monique? Why are you getting shit started? Ashley talking about, well, I'm just trying to keep everybody honest and keep shit clear because Monique felt a certain way about how Gizelle and Robyn have been treating her. Monique, they did play you pretty much telling Candace that Ashley was not allowed in your house. She's on the outside of your house. And that's really interesting. Everybody keeps saying that Monique doesn't even like Ashley, but yet her and Ashley claim to have been spending more time with each other. I don't understand it. I personally would not fucking be bothered with Ashley in that way. I would be cordial with her, but no, I'm not going to be sticking up for you. I'm not going to be showing off text messages to prove shit to you. You the same bitch that tried to make it look like I was an alcoholic last year. Just no, ma'am, it wouldn't be me. So Candace arrives and confronts Monique on the whole thing about the text messages. Why are you showing Ashley our text messages? And Monique was just like, I was just trying to prove to her I wasn't being messy about the situation with Michael. I felt like more or less you were. Monique, this is where I have to clock you. They had receipts saying that you were making little jokes and saying this was Ashley's karma. You were saying shit just like everybody else. They didn't show it on this episode, but they have shown it on previous episodes where just like everybody else, you wasn't as messy as everybody else, but you still had complaints and you still, not complaints, but opinions about Ashley's situation with Michael. So you need to own your shit, Monique, and then maybe people will take you a little bit more seriously. Candace, in my opinion, is saying what she needs to say about Ashley because she feels like Ashley is a fake ass bitch and she's going to call her out. I don't think it's necessarily, oh, I'm laughing at you. It's more or less, if I am laughing at you, I'm laughing at the fact that your shit is hitting the fan and you're still lying about it. You're not owning your shit. Ashley has not owned her shit in this Michael thing. She has not admitted that Michael was wrong and Michael should change his behavior. She has not did that. She has just tried to defend her husband, which is fine, but admit that the motherfucker was actually wrong. And that's how I feel on that. Robyn, let me get on you really quickly. You got upset with Gizelle because she came at Monique as soon as she came up in the house, this, that, and the third. You did not pull Gizelle to the side. You are the type that allows that woman to walk all over you. You need to speak up to her. You are a grown woman. You are not a little girl. You went around that house making sure everybody was still comfortable because you saw the girls was getting too loud. But you should have told the girls, hey, let's discuss this at another time. Let's keep it cute. Or you could have told those people, hey, I could give you a tour really quickly. Can I get your contact information? You should have set it up separately. Like, don't have your business with this messy ass shit and with your messy ass friend that you're cool with, you know. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting that she was so passive with Gizelle. She had all this shit to say in her confessional, but would not confront Gizelle. Let this bitch know she is out of line. She's doing too much. All right, you guys, that's all I pretty much have to say on that. They pretty much ended with Candace and Ashley going back and forth about how they previously had got into it. And just like Robyn, I'm kind of like, why are y'all even going backwards? Why are y'all keep talking about this? You know, we already know who was wrong with that. And like I said before, it was Ashley that was wrong with that, you know. All right, that's all I have to say on that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. It is your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.